What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Third String Podcast back with another jam-packed episode, ready to get this in. We're about to come back with some exciting news. Daryl, what do you have for us today, good say?
So I guess the news that's circling around now is the sports coming back.
That's exciting, sir. Right? That's where the hype is.
ESPN is struggling. Sports radio is struggling. I was taking my dog to the vet, and on the radio, they were talking about ranking the best national parks on the radio.
Bro, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle.
They are struggling for content. I mean, God bless people like, even though we're not big fans of First Take, but First Take and Undisputed, that every day they have to have content.
Every day. They look miserable. I'm not going to lie to you.
Thank God for Dallas Cowboys.
Yes. Yeah.
It wasn't for the whole Dak situation. I don't know what they would do.
No, for sure. And it's like they've been doing a lot of flashback episodes. Like, let's play old clips, or let's rate the best slam dunk contest, or it's literally just a ranking. That's all you can do.
What I thought was cool, though, was last night they played the Miami Hurricanes against Florida State, but they had Miami Hurricane players from back. I forgot what year it was, but it was like
do the commentating thing?
Yeah, doing the commentary. I thought that was dope. So I'm like,
I've seen that before a while back when Appalachian State beat Michigan in football. They spoke with the Appalachian State players about what they were thinking. That was like chilling. That was really awesome.
If you do something like that, like keep something like that going, even when things
have a whole show about it until things really go into, people would eat that up. For sure, that's smart.
Still do it, still continue even when things get
true. You're right.
Make that a new show. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was really cool.
I think everybody could win. The players could get paid for being on and telling their story, and then y'all could get revenue boosts for having them do it.
Yeah,
that's smart. That's smart.
But sports supposed to be coming back. I just did a little dance. I don't know if you saw it, but
yes,
Florida is the first state that had basically opened up and said, "Hey, man, all the pro teams come here. All the pro sports come here."
They already began with professional wrestling, so WWE. They just this past weekend they had the first UFC fight. Even McGregor was like, "I don't know about this. God bless them, and I pray for the safety of my colleagues because like." Too soon or whatever, but a lot of the big people are like, I'm not coming back yet as far as UFC. But
I think me and you disagree on that. You think it's too soon. I don't.
No, I'm saying a whole lot of people think it's too soon, including the top dogs.
That's fine. I don't, and I don't in the sense of testing. If you are testing at a sense that you can test everybody. Then more power to you. Then you should be able to go back.
Right.
If you're not, then that's the issue with me. But as long as you're able to test people, then what's stopping you? If everybody's healthy and they can ever do it, you're not putting fans in the stands. What the fighters said, it was strange for them at first, but then they kind of they could actually hear the commentary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they could actually hear it. So it's different for them. But no, I don't think it was
weird. It was just weird to see, like, also in Korea, baseball came back. And just seeing all these from the UFC to the, I guess I was up late or whatever.
You saw how the fans were dressed and stuff?
Huh?
You saw how the fans were dressed in Korea?
There were no fans.
No, I saw. Well, maybe it's not Korea, but maybe it was Japan. I've heard where they actually have fans, but they're masked. The whole stadium isn't filled, so they have like several seats in between.
Oh, no, that must have been somewhere. Yeah, the Korea League one. There were no fans. There were a little people behind home plate, but there was nobody else out there at all. There was nobody.
So I don't remember where I saw that.
Interesting. But they were staggered, like seating, or
they were staggered. The only way
that's smart though.
If you're gonna have fans, you can only sell out probably like 30% of the arena.
Yeah, it won't even be half.
Yeah, you have to run in. Who do you sell to? What about second markets like like StubHub, where I could sell my tickets, and then it's a lot of things. But the only way to come back with fans is you can only sell 30%, and you have to have testing. It has to be right at the door. Temperature, if you want to do temperature.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, temperature at the least, temperature, and then it has to be spaces in between people.
I say, so the sections look like this. I say have a section, the next one no section. It's blocked off, and then so on and so forth around. So it's kind of like patched,
Right.
And then within that, it needs to be rows. So at least 2, maybe 1.
Right.
And then they'll specifically need to sell the tickets with those seats open. So you go on Ticketmaster to buy tickets, and then you pick your seat.
Right.
They'll literally have to manually go in and like block them off.
So this is what I wanted to ask you. If, let's say, basketball is back now, but they're only selling 30% of the stadium, would you go?
Better? Yes.
I would go too.
Why would I not?
No, I actually would go. I told my friend, like, one thing is you can't let fear control you. Mm-hmm. You have to do Now, I'm not saying go in there and lick everything or touch everything. Mm-hmm. You still be safe, but you can't let fear control your life. So, like, if the movie theater opened up and it was my choice,
I thought they were open up here. I thought they did open, just like super limited capacity.
Well, maybe so.
I've heard some are and some are not ready yet.
But let me say, I would go.
Yeah.
If there was like a new movie out right now, I would go.
It's not going to until they have them June. They're starting to release new movies. But as far as from what I heard and what we're talking about with movie theaters, it's going to be super limited capacity. Of course, like we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. If it's super limited, I'm with it. But most people don't want to do that. No. So and that's fine. But for people like me who's not, if it was my choice, I would go. So I would definitely go to a sports game.
For me personally, I'm not fearful. I'm ready to go. I do wear masks when I go out, but as far as doing things and being active, I'm all game. So when I say too soon, yes, there was some issues I had, and we talked about it off camera and stuff about like Georgia running to do things a little too soon. But overall, now that 2 weeks have passed, I believe, at the time of us recording this, and then more time will trickle on and pass, I'm getting more comfortable. But when I go out, I'm still game for masks from the most part, because like people are still nasty. But as far as you opening things back up, yeah, I'm all like, give me a movie. But I was wondering if movie theaters are open, the ones are opening, what are you showing?
I don't know. Maybe Trolls that went to
exactly. So, but I know for a fact, early June they're having new movies come back out.
What are you showing? Because Sonic is already on. I don't know what you're showing.
Yeah. So, but back to it.
Yeah, back to sports. So, some people. So there's a bunch of plans of coming back. So again, we talked about Florida opening up. Dave Gettleman, I believe, is the Panthers owner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's the Giants. I'm sorry. The Panthers owner, I'm trying to look up his name, David Tepper. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
He said he's optimistic to see fans at the stadium. Now, like we said, very low capacity, probably 30%. But he thinks by the start of the NFL season, you should see some fans at the stadium. Also,
I can see that.
I do too. The NBA made a poll of, do players want to come back and play? And a huge majority said yes.
Plus the head of the Snake and Chris Paul, who's the head of the committee, the players committee, said they're all game for it.
And as soon as LeBron said, why we ending the season, I knew it was going to happen. Now, people like Shaq and Charles Barkley said the season should end. I completely disagree with them.
I promise you this, not to cut you off. If they were still actively playing, they wouldn't say that.
I agree with what you're saying.
They have a different perspective.
I totally agree.
Yeah, from like a corporate standpoint, or not even a corporate standpoint, but like a non-player standpoint that's being safer in life. Yeah, 100%.
No, I 100% agree with you with that. I always thought that the NBA was going to finish this season. I always thought the football was going to start on time. So I never thought that season was just going to end in basketball.
No,
I knew you were always going to, and plus you can't, it's too much money. And how you going to, so you're just going to throw the season away?
Right. And it's crazy to think that it would have started in late April and we're now in May, and then it would be ending in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, we would have already had the lottery already, so we already knew when we would have been drafting.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's amazing. But one guy who's not happy about plans to go back, and that leads us to baseball, is the Tampa Bay Rays pitcher, Blake Snell. You heard about this?
No, I haven't.
He said there is no way he's coming back for less money. If he has to come back,
he wants to get paid.
He wants to get paid. He's saying that no way he's taking reduced pay to play because he's taking the risk.
And he's on Tampa, right?
Yeah, he's Tampa Bay's Rays.
Yeah, nobody cares.
What do you feel about that?
Not anymore, man. They used to be. I don't know. How do I feel about that?
Nobody cares.
Why?
Because whatever reduced salary he's gonna get is probably making more than us.
Oh, that's
so it's like the people out here struggling. I talk about. There was a lady on the news that said, other than the stimulus check, she hasn't got a check in over a month. Like, it's kind of hard to talk about money to people who are struggling at this
I can attest. Yep.
Yeah, so sit here and make that. I understand it's a safety concern, but to make it about money when you have people like struggling, because if all baseball players felt like this, think about the workers that work at the stadium.
Yeah.
By you not playing, they don't.
That's still a whole interesting thing,
then it's
too.
Temporary.
Yeah, you got to think about that too.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to be hired back, the stadium staff like that, because say if they don't play with fans, right? Say if they don't play with fans, what's the point of vendors?
Yeah, they're going to be severely.
Yeah,
and then there's two reasons why you're getting a reduced pay if you're an athlete. One, you're playing less games, so it's prorated, but between how many games you play, and two, the actual league is not making money because almost I think it's 40% of their revenue comes from fans in the stadium.
Yeah,
they're losing 40%. So they're like, we're taking a hit. Like, and this is
think about paying the cost for that stadium while it's just sitting there. Nothing's going on. So you got to think the people who like the Arthur Blanks who like and Jerry Jones who are heavily invested in their stadiums who are not making anything off of that. Like they rely on monster truck racing and other stuff to be going to those stadiums in between games.
Right.
There's nothing going on.
And then everybody's taking a pay cut. So NBA players, they just started where they're taking, I think it's pay cut. Yeah. The only ones, 5 players who are not taking pay cuts, LeBron, Steph Curry, and I can't remember the other 3, but they're
is that facts?
Down the line. Yeah, it's facts. It was on ESPN. But their pay cut is down the line. Like they prorated it for next year. I don't know how. I don't even know why ESPN reported that, but they're the only. It's 5 of them, and I know Curry and LeBron are 2 of them.
Okay,
but
so if it goes down later down the line, what I would do is pick up another endorsement later next year, and then act like I never lost anything, and I actually gain a little bit more. Dang, they're so smart.
No, yeah, but
I'm just saying because they know what they're doing financially. That's just me. I don't know.
You can't say that 20% is still more than what some people are making.
Oh, for sure.
So to sit here and I understand what he's saying. I'm not paying for less money because I could get sick and I could get injured and I need all my money. I understand. I'm not mad at anybody getting their money, but you shouldn't have said that in the press.
So his salary, it's being cut a little bit.
Everybody's.
Okay.
Everybody.
So he would be okay if he was making his normal.
Yes. Yeah,
that's weird.
Baseball. They agreed for baseball to have a 50-50 split. That means whatever they make, they're just cutting it down the middle. Well, because there's less games, less revenue, you're gonna take less. But we're still splitting it with you.
I have a question about this though. I always wondered it. I never really remembered to ask or research it. So maybe you will know, or people listening in the comment section, let me know. Do athletes get paid at this time?
Yeah,
because technically the season, like say NBA, it's still going on.
Yeah, NBA
it was never deemed. Yeah, it was never deemed canceled.
Right. Yeah, NBA is getting paid right now.
Okay.
I don't know if baseball is getting paid
because it's off season. They can't be.
Yeah, I don't think baseball is getting paid, but NBA is still getting paid.
Yeah. NFL, because I know there's an off season. NFL, any sport that's not playing can't be getting paid.
Right. Absolutely. And that's why they want to play. That's why they want to play.
So play, right.
They're no different than the people marching in Detroit and all these places wanting to get back to work.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, once you're a millionaire and you're complaining about money, to regular people, it's just like, really?
Bro, Steph Curry still got commercials going on right now, man.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right.
So he's fine.
No, everybody's fine, but I don't mind him saying I'm not playing for it. I don't mind him saying that. I just don't say it in the public. We don't need to hear that because we're looking like, seriously?
That is true. Why don't you keep things to yourself?
Yeah.
Like, why did we need to know that?
And then it's a slow news day, so it blows up everywhere.
Like, either you're going to play or you're not, and then we'll wonder, why are you not playing?
Then we'll ask the question.
Then we'll ask you the question. Right. So,
but that's what he said, and I don't know. But I think sports are going to come back. I think by next month we'll have a plan.
I think a lot of things by mid-June will be in effect.
Yeah, we just saw the report on ESPN that football is opening up. I forgot the time.
Their facilities on the 19th of this month.
Yep, 19th of this month.
Yep. So that's good. That's real good as far as getting those boys, the new draft people or the undrafted free agents, get that ball rolling.
And the reasoning, if people who think it's too soon, the reason you do this is because so many states are opening up that you do not want your athletes to be practicing and working out in places that they shouldn't. So let me give them a controlled place.
You don't want Trae Young to be at your LA Fitness and then he running games with you, and then he gets hurt,
or you give him the virus.
That too,
because you run and get he's somewhere that technically he wouldn't.
It's not being tested, and that yeah. So pretty much control the situation, control the surroundings. Like, go to your house is safe, your facility is safe. Wherever else is safe. But if I have to go to LA Fitness and run games, that's it's kind of like browsing the internet and it's not a safe site.
Right.
Like, don't go there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And you have just like the stores make kind of like, if you've been to Walmart, they have the stickers and you can go this way and they block certain ways that just anybody can't go.
People still don't really follow.
I don't follow it. I don't. You try to make as controlled as you can as possible, and then people got to be people to make their own decisions. What I've learned from this situation is people do not want to be told what to do. Nobody wants to be told what to do. They want to live their lives regardless. So this is how we get back to our regular lives. I think basketball would be no fans. But I can see football is like 30%.
Oh, basketball definitely. And if they do have fans, there will not be people in those celebrity seats. You can't have them that close. Right. They would actually have to be further back. NFL is more so fine because of that gap in between the seats and stuff. But baseball. Baseball would be
in some fields though. They have the low level on the outfield. like near the out. Like you couldn't probably have people there where they can reach out.
Yeah, correct.
But
definitely not NBA. Definitely not NBA because like the ball goes in the stands.
Yep,
like the Dennis Rodman back in the day diving to get the ball. You cannot do that.
Yeah, so it would probably be like 2 or 3 rows of no fans back. You would have to keep them probably that far back, just in case, like you said, something happens where you're running in the stands, and you couldn't have first of all, you have to test everybody, like even the camera, because remember the camera guys be on the court,
right?
Be laying on the court taking pictures, so everybody has to be tested, or they just gonna have to. We all just have to bear with it just for now.
That's how I feel. Whether it be, I'll just leave it there. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't want people to we just have to go through it for now, whether it be wearing a mask or this is temporary, people. This is not permanent way of life. So just if you want to go, just know this. It's optional. They're opening these things back up, whether it be a sporting event. If it's the NBA and you get to go see the Hawks or wherever, you don't have to go. You don't have to. But for those that want to, don't rain on their parade. Don't and if they ask you to wear a mask, just do it. Just do it. If you want to go watch, do it. If you don't want to watch and you're saying, I refuse to do that, then just don't. It's okay. Watch it from home.
Yeah,
it's all right. You don't have to.
For people, also don't judge people who feel comfortable in going.
That it's just before we wrap this up, and I don't want to get on make this political and make people debate on stuff that's not sports, but you're 100% right on that. Just let people live their lives and make their let people go out.
Right.
If they're ready, and say some places that are saying wear mask if you come into the store or go wherever, just that's the least you can do. Just do it. Have fun. There's so many people with opinions, and just like how you have your opinion, you don't always agree. I don't always agree. The viewers, listeners don't always agree. You have an opinion, but man, it's just been left, right, every direction. People just voicing it. Then be happy, guys. Be happy. But yes, be happy that sports are coming back.
Yes, basketball. 10 teams have already opened up their facility. So the Portland Trailblazers, Cleveland Cavaliers.
The Cavs were first, right?
Yeah, Denver Nuggets, Indiana Pacers, Sacramento Kings, Toronto Raptors, which I thought was interesting, Utah Jazz, and yes, our Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, nice.
Have all opening with the Orlando Magics and the Los Angeles Lakers opening up on Saturday.
Correct.
So we're
tomorrow at the time of recording. Tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Saturday.
Okay.
So we're getting back to normal. It's just that, what does that look like? What does that feel like? I'm interested to see basketball without fans. It's basically going to almost look like a summer league game.
I don't. Oh, that's 100%. I didn't even think about that. It's a summer league game.
Yeah, where you can actually hear kind of the people.
I'm gonna watch.
But
it's gonna be boring.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not sugarcoating. If you don't agree, it's not gonna be fun.
No, but they also said that they might. They're looking into probably piping noise in crowds in.
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, because then it's like, how do you decide what constitutes?
You get a shot. Hey, hit that button. No, I don't like that.
And it's not going to be natural.
No, it'll be no. Will they hear it, or will it just be for us on the other end with the TV?
I think they'll hear it too. I think it's going to be piped.
They'd be mad. I can see the likes. You know who I know who'll be mad? James Harden. I just feel it. James Harden. I just know that.
LeBron will be.
I agree. LeBron would be like, "Can you use my production company for those sounds?"
Hire me.
Dude, it's about money, man. By the way, Space Jam 2 is coming out. That's it officially has its time frame. So I'm excited about that.
Is that how do you feel about that? You're excited?
I'm excited because I know you love the first one, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I didn't want you to be an outcast and people stone you. No. Everybody loved that movie. No matter what race you were in, the walks of life. I promise you, everybody loves that movie. I think I'm excited that it's coming back in the hype's back. Now, it's literally all we can do is be excited like we are. And it's all up to LeBron and the team to deliver. It's literally up to them to fail.
This is my issue. And this is my only
There we go. There we go. By the way, he was the only person who could do this.
He was the only person who could do it correct.
Besides Blake Griffin before he lost his popularity.
Oh, yeah, they had that Blake Griffin was supposed to do it. But LeBron now is the only person as of right now that can do it. I agree. This 100%. Is my only beef.
Yeah.
This is my only beef. It's my same beef with the Incredibles movies. It was my same beef with Bad Boys.
How long it took?
It's outdated. It's too long. Like, I don't care about a Space Jam 2 because it's too long from the original. I'm not that excited. Now, will I watch it?
How about this?
Yeah.
How about this? No matter if it came out in the earlier 2000s, it was still too late, right?
Yeah, it was too late. Yes.
But how about this? In between Jordan and LeBron, who was going to play it?
I don't know, Kobe.
That's what I thought, but no.
Yelling at him.
I would actually think he would do good. But as far as actual casting, it has to be LeBron. Or, of course, Blake Griffin at that one point.
My issue would be, what is the storyline? Because are the Monstars stealing some more athletes? Because my only thing is The Incredibles. Let's do it, The Incredibles, right? Did you see Incredibles 2?
I did, yes.
It was basically the same movie, except instead of Mr. Incredible, it was...
So I wonder then that you brought that up. Is this a number 2? Or is this a revamp? Or is this the 2021 version? Is it going to be Space Jam? And then when you Google it, it's going to have in parentheses 2021. So it differs from the old one?
Huh, like it's a remake?
A remake. The same story. Everything happens the same.
No, hell. Then I won't want
to watch it. It says Space
Jam.
It's literally like being Lion King, the cartoon, and then Lion King. It doesn't say live action. It says Lion King.
Yeah,
but then it just says 2019.
But they do have a Lion King too, where it was Scar's lost son.
Yes, I know. Trust me. With I've especially with the Disney Plus thing been forced to watch all that. But I know that. But I'm saying from the cartoon movie to the live action, they just title both of them Lion King.
Yeah, they're the same.
And it's about the same thing. But when you search them on Google, it'll say Lion King with parentheses 2019. Are they going to do that with Space Jam 2021?
No, it looks like it's a sequel. Hey, LeBron
is there? Say that again.
LeBron Jr.'s in it.
Seriously?
Yeah,
that makes sense. I'm not mad at that.
Basketball players. All right, it looks like LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, and Damian Lillard. Now, I'm very interested. Damian Lillard's the one I'm interested in seeing in that.
I feel you need Nate Robinson for the super short one. I do.
Yeah, who's gonna be that's what I'm saying. So, like,
who's the super short one?
But what about the super tall? Sean Bradley was the super tall one. They have Anthony Davis who's 6'10". Sean Bradley's what, 7'6" or something like that.
Taco Falls.
Taco Falls. I'll be cool with Taco Falls. But
they wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. Are we doing the same story? If we're gonna do the same
story, it sounds like it.
Then I'm okay.
It sounds like you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it.
I didn't see the live action Lion King.
No, but I'm saying you're going to see Space Jam 2. There's no way. You can tell me whatever you want in the world. You're not gonna see that movie.
When it comes out on streaming services,
Bro, you're gonna be the first one there. The old Looney Tunes shirt that says that's you. The flag, you're gonna be there with your
No,
Mike's.
I have the jersey.
Your Mike's jersey. I know you do. The Mike's secret sauce, or what was it called? LeBron's secret sauce. You're gonna have that Tate water bottle.
Oh, the secret.
Yes, you're gonna have it. And it was just water.
No.
Spoiler alert.
It's the same, if it's the same story. No,
I promise you it'll have all the same similarities, but it'll have differences. It's gonna be the same movie plus some.
Is it like Star Wars where New Hope and the trilogy, this now trilogy, I can't think of the first one now. But it was basically New Hope.
Are you talking about the newest trilogy?
Yeah. The trilogy now with the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi, and
whatever that first one was. That first one was basically New Hope.
Correct. Dang, what was the? Hold on. Yes.
Yeah, but it was basically, so if that's how Space Jam is gonna be, I'll wait till it comes out on streaming service. Like I said, I have not seen the live action Lion King, but I have seen the live action Aladdin, which was awesome. I haven't seen Bad Boys for Life. I just think it's just too.
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. That's it.
Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker.
Right. So I don't know, man. I won't be the first one to see Space Jam, so you'll have to figure out how it is.
You're gonna be like, "How was it?" And then you'll low key be asking me questions that only somebody who's seen the movie will know. And I'm like, "Wait a minute, how do you know that?" Like they all touch the ball, and then they turn into like purple aliens this time. Like, how did you know that? Like, you'll see it on Amazon Fire Stick or something. You'll see it bootleg. Somebody will be walking across the screen. The screen will be like this. You'll see it. Somebody coughing, recording the thing.
No.
But anyways, I think he'll do a good job though. I do think out of Michael Jordan, he's the only person who can do this. You needed this to happen. And I don't think younger LeBron could have done this. I think this LeBron right now is the perfect LeBron.
Right.
So, yeah.
You say you do think?
I think this LeBron James at this age, he's more developed, more mature. I think he's perfect. Absolutely. I don't think younger LeBron and earlier in his career could have done this.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. But getting back into sports. So I wanted to touch a little bit on the topic that we talked about last week, and that was for the Falcons. And we protected their schedules. Yeah. Like, what is your view? Because I've been reading a lot of articles. They said, I think it's Matt Ryan's 33-1 odds of being the MVP. I had a writer say the Falcons will go 8-8. I seen a writer say they will go 11-5. I've seen like 2021 way too early mock drafts where we were drafting in the 13th, the 16th slot. I seen one where we were drafting in the 9th slot.
Dang.
What is your true? Yeah, exactly. What is your true? Like, what is your theory about our season coming up?
10-6.
What do you expect? 10-6.
I said it was 10-6 or at best, not best, 11-5 at best. 10-6 is my like realistic approach to this. My thought. But overall, it could really be bad. It could be really bad. So I don't know. It's just like I said. When the season starts back, it's just like I'm all for it per game. Like I believe in them per game. I'm a fan of the Falcons per game. They just have to show me. Like you really have to deliver. It hurts, and again, man, it's just weird being a fan of certain teams that don't know how to win anymore.
Yeah, or consistently win.
Or consistent, like I love for example, got to bring this in, Florida Gators.
Of course.
I think we'll be fine. I think we had our backup quarterback who came in after Felipe badly broke his leg. He took over, and then we destroyed. He should have always been the starter. Now he's coming back next year, and he's going to start. You give him a full offseason to learn and be the starter, I think we'll be fine. But before that,
people got of course for the Heisman, saying he might be the best SEC quarterback this year.
Wow.
I did read an article
because
saying
he's
that
out of the people coming back. Yeah, I can see that. Now, before then, we had a drought. After the Tebow era, we had like 1 or 2 good seasons, or 2 or 3, something like that, but not many. Because the Tebow era now, starting this year, will be 11 years ago. 11. That's crazy. Time ain't no joke. It isn't. That's crazy. But we didn't have like those Alabama big boys that would want to come there and play. Like we had the smaller, like slim guys. So it's hard to be a Falcons fan where people don't want to come here. It's like the most popular city besides the LA's in New York. But why is our market so trash? What I'm talking about the Hawks too. Why don't people, besides the Braves, people want to come here and play for the Braves? But really they wanted to in the 90s. But why don't people want to come here? That's my question.
Probably not consistent of winning.
But probably feel like if a group of people would come, you can change the dynamic of that. I don't.
You need that one person. That's why the Hawks are hoping Trae Young is that one person. I personally don't think he is. I think
he's too immature.
I don't like the way he talks sometimes, and I've said this on podcasts. Exactly. I don't like how he said, "I don't know how long I'll be comfortable with losing," and I'm like, "You've been in the league for 2 years."
Yeah.
I tell people, Steph Curry in his second year they won 23 games. Like he's taught, and he's one of the worst defenders in the league. To sit here and have talk, you can't defend anybody. So to sit here and for him to talk, so sometimes I don't like the way he talks. I'm very high on this guy. I've seen him improve. I think Cam Reddish is the key.
Yeah,
for the Hawks. But I think that we don't need anybody to come here. We just need to draft and develop correctly. I'm almost on your bandwagon about Lloyd Pierce that he might not be the answer for us.
I've been saying that, man, since
yeah, you've been saying it, and I'm
he can be an assistant coach. I just don't think for us, but I don't think he's the right fit for us with developing that young of a core.
Right,
bro, you need a vet.
They don't play defense for a defensive coach. They don't play defense. They don't.
They're not grasping his concepts and teachings. That's a problem. That means he's not the right guy.
And also, we're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams. So even with Trae Young, we're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams. I think we're like the third worst in the NBA of 3-point. So we don't defend well and we don't shoot the 3 well. Like that's the main things you need to do in the NBA. So that's why Trae Young, some of his talks really like worry me.
Yeah.
But for the Falcons, I think it's just they're not consistent in winning.
Right.
I know nobody ever looks at Matt Ryan because he's the golden child.
He is, man.
I just don't think he's
got a poster right there.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't, guys.
Actually, I have a Matt Ryan poster that I never had.
Mine's actually Matt Schaub. But yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have a Matt Ryan poster.
Mine has my Schaub one has candlelight, so I don't want to burn it, so I'll leave it there.
Right. And I read an article because all I do is read articles, and they said Matt Schaub is the best backup in the NFC South. And I
who said that? What source was this?
Oh, it was the Atlanta Falcons. It was there. So
of course they're gonna say that.
I think it was great. But I said, even though Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions, he's still better than Matt Schaub.
Agreed. Jameis could actually be a starter still if he just stopped.
If he cleans up that aspect.
By the way, Payton said that he was excited. Sean Payton is excited to have him on the team. He spoke on it.
Goes down, I'm still afraid
scared.
Of Jameis Winston.
I'm scared of that team with weapons.
Yes.
Yeah.
All you have to do is stop interceptions. You crazy. So I think that the Falcons, my theory for this, or my expectation for the season is kind of like yours. Is basically you just got to show me at this point.
It's all show me, man. I'm tired of being super hyped.
Yeah, I think AJ Terrell is in a precarious situation because he's a rookie being put as the number one corner, so he's going against Michael Thomas.
It sometimes happens. It sometimes happens because what's the dude's name? The Saints rookie that year.
Exactly.
It could happen.
Like he was Pro Bowl his rookie year, so it does happen.
That's a special kid, but that does not happen often, especially not on defense.
But you have Drew Brees twice, Tom Brady twice, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Like you have a really
right. And that's not even all. It's bad. It's even if you want to add Teddy Bridgewater, it's bad. Our lineup is and Dak. Like our easiest might be what the Broncos.
Right.
And that's even saying a lot. Like it's bad. So
they have Jerry Jeudy. They have
it's bad. It's a hard season. It's a hard schedule. Let me ask you something real quick before we start to, wrap this on up. How did you feel, if you can tap into that memory? I'm sure you can. Before the 2016 season, how we're talking before this 2020 season, the 2016 season, how were you feeling about us before that season started? That, of course, our Super Bowl season.
I don't think there hasn't been a season where I was super hyped going in.
Including that one?
Yeah, including that. I think I felt good about it. But remember, Kyle Shanahan, we all hated Kyle Shanahan the season
This is facts.
So it's like none of us really saw this coming.
But remember, it took so long. We didn't like him. He should have been gone. And then we didn't like anything that they were doing because they were literally trying to master his plays.
Right.
And then just finally it clicked.
Yeah,
they learned it. I don't understand why you would take 4 years or so to study, to master the plan, to get it down. Like you're a genius at creating it, where people didn't even understand it. And then eventually it worked. And then you left. I don't get why you would leave. Like, can you imagine how many years you could have kept running it up?
Yeah, but Kyle Shanahan always wanted to be a head coach.
I get it, but like
always.
There are some people that get paid. If you are the right person, you can get paid more than head coaches at certain positions. If you're that dude. I get it. But get me 2 rings. We're not even going to talk about that. Get me a ring and then you could have left. You literally owed them that.
No, he owes. I always said Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan owes us a ring. But was I super excited? I don't think so. I don't think I was. But I
don't think I realized what we were until mid-season, and we just kept winning.
Yep, when we kept winning, and we were putting up 30. Because that was my first year that I went to like 5 games. So I went like seriously to a lot of games. The
year before that, I went to every home game except I think 1, and that's when we were killing it along with the Panthers. You remember we were like 8 and something. And then we lost 1 game. We won another game, and then we lost all the rest.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's dope. That you went to all those games that Super Bowl season. I think I only went to like 2.
I was more excited then than I am now. Let me say that.
But you're like me. How many games do you get back excited? Do they need to win? I'm at 5. I'm at 5.
Well, like their first 5?
You give me 5-0, I'm back on this. Like, yo, we have something. What are you?
You don't even. So for me, you don't have to. If we go with our schedule, if we go 4-1, because I remember I predict us to lose against Seattle. But
correct.
if we
win
fight
that
game, but when I'll start getting excited. Like, oh snap! But I'm still tempered because our hardest games are at the end of the season. So the same thing you said in 2015, where we had won all these games and then fell off.
Yeah,
that could still potentially happen. So I don't know this year will I ever be
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. About like that 2015 season. We were so top heavy where we were just 8-0, and then we just lost everything else because we were battling against Cam for that number 1 seed, and then they just kept running it up, and then that was the worst failure.
We sunk, and we have Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Drew Brees both.
Can't believe we're playing them. I can't believe we're playing Kansas City. Like, that's weird.
In Kansas City. So I would be too worried. I would be excited, but I'll be like these other guys, like they're just coming over the horizon. Like,
yeah. All right. So you'd rather win.
So I don't.
You'd rather win on the back end.
I thought about what you said last one about.
Hold on. You're breaking up.
Say that again?
You were breaking up. Go ahead.
I was saying, say that again. I didn't hear the question.
No, you were talking and you broke up. So I was just saying, like, trying to get you back.
I was just saying, like, these are MVPs. These are just MVPs that we have to be prepared for it. So I don't know, even if we go 4-1, am I excited because I know what's coming on the back half?
Oh yeah. So yeah, my question. Sorry about that. Would you be more excited if we were winning on that back end? Like, wonder if you just like, obviously you can't lose and be 0 on whatever on the first half.
Right.
You have to like pepper in those wins to be competitive.
If we win.
And what is it? Our last 5 games? Our last 5 are the hardest? Yep. So
not the last 5, the last 6.
Dang.
So the last 6 has New Orleans twice.
So the first 10. The first 10, what would make you happy? I'm talking about the most minimum. I'm not talking about the most. The most is 10-0. But I'm talking about the lowest tier. What would make Daryl happy out of the first 10 games?
If we went like 7-3.
6-4 is not good.
If we went 6-4, but no, not even 6-4 because I'm too afraid of those 5. Coming.
Okay.
So if we went 7-3, then I'll be like, okay, hopefully we can win at least one game against New Orleans or Tampa Bay that we could still win above 500. Or if we win 2 games at that point, 2-3 games, if we're 7-3, win 3 more games, that should be enough to fight for a playoff spot. Not to guarantee a playoff spot, but fight for a playoff spot to be 10-6. So 7-3.
I don't like how like bottom heavy that the tail end is.
That schedule's so bottom heavy.
Yeah, man. I don't like that because it's too close to the playoffs. It's too close to the end of the season for a playoff. It needs to be spread out. It's way too stacked. But that's nobody's fault because the SEC. Sorry, that's wrong sport. Wrong thing. Still, the NFC South. NFC South is too stacked. So
it's too stacked, and we would have felt better if they were staggered. But to have all of them, like to have the harder ones, like even the Panthers. If it was the Panthers and the Bucks, the 6th game we played the Panthers twice, we would feel better. But to have those hard games at the end, I think it's gonna be great. But if we go in there 7-3, and all we have to do after 10 games, all we have to do is squeak out 3 more wins.
3 more wins minimum.
Playoff. Yeah, to make a playoff. Then I would be happy. Because once you get in, anything happens at that point.
Anything can happen. And we've learned that with Tennessee last year. Yeah. That was special. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was special.
Anything can happen at that point. So after 10 games, we 7-3, I'll be excited. 6-4, I'm still like, ugh. 5-5, I'm like,
Yep. Yeah.
We can't have a losing record though.
No,
we can't at 10 games. You might as well pack it up. We can't have a losing.
But your boy's gonna get a new contract if we go. You think if we go 8-8, he's coming back?
And that I don't know because that's a quote unquote improvement. I don't know. I think Arthur Blank is too
That's
loyal.
not a one game improvement.
You can't predict Arthur Blank because we thought 79 they would be gone and they're not. So I have no idea.
Yeah, man.
No idea.
I don't agree with this, but I think minimum if he would like win 9 games, then he would probably come back. But knowing them, 8-8's coming back.
8-8.
For real. They would keep staggering like how he gets paid 1 year, 2 years. Like he's not going to get anything big. He's not, unless he wins a ring. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just excited to see a season. I'm excited to see what happens after. But before then, I'm just excited to have a season and see what's up.
Just excited to see sports, man.
Yeah, man. Me too. Me too. Yeah.
Regardless of how.
So with that being said, anything else?
Yes. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about James Harrison getting the
He didn't okay. So I'm not it was something with Barstool Sports. I think he was on there or something like that where well, pretty much the rumor is that he would get paid per hit, that he would get a little white envelope. Supposedly, I guess it had a check or money in it per hit on certain players. No, it said hard hit.
Right.
It wasn't even like, I'm sure there was an incentive because we know that was a thing with players. Right. It still most likely is, depending on the player, they get increases. But his was just like super hard hits. He would get a additional increase in money. What are your thoughts on that? Because I believe
my thought on it is, man, that's messed up. That you're retired from the NFL and you could potentially get Mike Tomlin in trouble.
That's true.
Who's still coaching. I thought that was messed up. If it's true or not, I thought it was messed up of him to do that. Because that's like you're in the NCAA and you're like, yeah, man, we was all getting money. Yeah, the boosters give us all money. Look at the players now. They, like, because you know it can't hurt you. So you're just schooling on other people. I ain't like it for that. If that's what he did, then keep it between y'all.
Like, man, between y'all. I still gotta go to work every day. I still work there. You are retired. I still gotta work there.
Yeah, you are retired.
They can come
making my job. I gotta feel these questions.
All right.
What about you?
Actually, the same thing as you. I think all sports needs a little like scandal in this time right now. Meaning for topics, not in general, for news stories. So they were searching, they were fishing, they caught something, they reeled it in. It's juicy. It's talking about that. We know this stuff happens. This stuff happens. Of people getting hurt. You saw Brett Favre's leg back in the day when he was on the Vikings, how bruised it was. Like, they kept hitting us like that, and then finding out that the Saints targeted that on purpose. That stuff's real. I don't think it happens in every camp.
Right.
But how he was as a player, I could see it. That dude was massive though, and like he was a beast. But I still think he can play. But just what you're saying, I agree about. You can get the coach fired now, or get him in trouble, and you're done, and he's not. So just like don't feed into getting into a new story because how slow it is, and like everybody's trying to get you to air out your dirty laundry.
Right.
And plus, anything that happens in the clubhouse, unless you read a book, don't say anything.
I agree. So my last thing I wanted to add is in 2018, there was a rumor that Russell Wilson was supposed to be traded to the Browns when they had the number one overall pick, when they drafted Baker Mayfield. Do you believe this is a true story?
No.
I completely agree with you. This is not. If this was a true story, Remember, I was saying the Falcons should trade for him. Remember,
Yeah.
every quarterback that comes up, I said the Falcons should trade for. But Russell Wilson, and I said the Falcons. So when I heard it, I was like, man, the Falcons should have made an offer. I do not believe this was a true story at all. I don't.
No way. No way that's true. It's not even like he is the best quarterback in the league to me. Yes, Tom Brady is that guy, but like as far as longevity left in the career, Russell has already won a ring,
and he's probably the best Seattle Seahawk ever. Like he's
he is.
Yeah, so like no way this was a true story.
Literally him then beast mode.
Right.
And then whoever else you want to put there, like whatever. It's literally Russell's number one, and he's just still getting started.
Yeah, so I didn't think it was a true story either.
How blessed is that franchise though?
Very.
Like that man fell into your lap. I always knew about him from college. Even from his like before he like his North Carolina
State.
Yeah. I used to watch him.
Mm-hmm.
Even from back then I knew he was special. I knew he was short, but I knew he could play. But I didn't know I knew he could be a good impact like player for them, but I didn't think he would do what he's doing now.
Yes.
And how he fell into Seattle, nobody talked about Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
No, like really, they made the playoffs back in the day, but like nobody was like saying, "Oh, I love them," besides Seattle fans. Right. But he really turned that franchise into something like people are really fans of that team that don't live there. So yeah, but I like that though. Like I don't know, but we have Matt Ryan, so I'm good. I'm good. I don't need anybody else. I literally know how New England fans felt for 20-something years with Tom Brady. I feel that every day. I'm blessed. I am blessed and highly favored. I have Matt Ryan. All is well.
Yeah,
Chicago had Michael Jordan. Yeah, y'all are fine. I have Matt Ryan. And real prime time, Deion Sanders. That's Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's real prime time.
Yeah, the real one. So. Again, got a whole shrine of him in Matt Schaub. Yes, I do. But yes. Last thing I want to say. Your Bulldogs, UGA,
yes,
have spent. I don't remember the exact number, but it's almost $500,000 in 13 days of traveling fees to recruit new kids to play football at the school. What are your thoughts about that during this this pandemic? For one, this how the economy is, and how ridiculous is that in general?
Well, anything talking about spending a large sum of money is not going to sit right with the public because of what's going on. Like you got
especially in 13 days.
Yeah,
and we're talking about you're talking about traveling.
Yeah. Hey man, if it wins us a championship, I wouldn't even think about this. Jamie Newman for president. If
y'all better win a ring.
Yeah, I think you better if you're gonna put that much investment in the recruiting players. You better have a ring to it.
But and then lastly, how do you feel about y'all are traveling when we're not supposed to be meeting up?
Well, I mean, the airports haven't closed, so
no. If I'm supposed to be social distancing and you are coming to my house,
maybe they out in the driveway.
Let's be honest. Some of these neighborhoods and some of these places, you're not doing that.
No, absolutely. No, I agree.
You couldn't have done this during a Zoom call.
No, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So,
with all things considered, I'm talking about the times.
Yeah, that's what makes it not a good look. That's why I'm saying.
Oh, like that. Okay, I got you.
It better have us a championship.
I agree. Even though I don't want it to happen, I hope you fall short. But I hope with your flight that the one kid was like, "No, sir, I'm practicing social distancing. I don't want you to come. Therefore, you're trying to come to my house. I'm not signing to your team. I'm going to Ole Miss." And that one kid was supposed to get you your ring. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Everybody's safe, but he just chose Ole Miss.
Well, and he'll be 4 and whatever at Ole Miss. You can stay there.
Right. They were once good. They were once a good team.
Yeah, when they were cheating. When they were cheating, yeah. They were.
So be it.
So be it.
Whatever it takes to win.
Right.
But yeah. All right. So I believe that concludes this episode. Still good time, good conversation, good talks. Everybody just remember, sports will be coming back.
Yep.
Just respect everybody. Be safe. Do your whole social distancing, but just respect everybody and just be appreciative of the blessings that'll come. As far as you once had nothing within this time frame, and now you're getting something back, whether it be sports. And if they let you back in the games, because they've talked about not having fans. If they say have fans and you have to have the temperature test check, or they want you to wear a mask, just that's the least you can do, just to have some fun. So, or don't go. It's a choice. You don't have to. So let's just all be happy that sports are coming back. This is what we're here for. That's why y'all are listening. That's why we love you. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Any closing?
It's a comeback, man. Don't call it a comeback.
All right, y'all. So that being said, you guys can follow us on all social medias. And then it'll be in the link in the description box below from SoundCloud to YouTube, everything in reverse you guys can check out. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll catch you next week with another episode. I'm sure there'll be a lot more thrilling stuff as more things open back up. And we will catch you guys then. Take care, guys. Peace.